This video is going to show you how you add a business with the Canada Revenue Agency to your existing account. The first thing to know is that in order to add a business, you must have gone through the process to validate yourself personally. You cannot do anything on the CRA site personally or through a business, or if you're a charity or a nonprofit and you're part of the board of directors, all of that needs to happen first on your personal CRA account. So when you log in, you're going to be faced with your dashboard that would look similar to this, depending which accounts you have up. In this particular example, we have the individual account. This is a personal account. We have a representative account, which would be a rep ID. Most people would not have that unless you are caring for someone aged or you're in the accounting business or for some reason you have to look at someone else's account. And then you would have a business account. And you can see with the business accounts here that if you have more than one number, you'll have this little blue line that says select to access all the business accounts. All right, so if you want to add a new account, you're going to click on this Add Account button, and it's going to ask the type of business you want to add. Depending what you already set up, this might look a little bit different, but what you're looking for is the one called a business account. If you have more than one business, it's going to show you the existing businesses in your profile. If you still want to continue and you have this screen up, just click Add Another Business. Now it's going to ask you if you want to do a business registration online or add a business number. Here's the difference. The business registration online means you have a number and you want a payroll account, or you don't have a number and you need to get one registered. It is the new business that does or doesn't have a business number, but also wants a new account, meaning a new payroll account, a new GST account, a new corporate account, etc. The other one is adding a business number. This is an existing business number that has existing returns like a GST or a corporate return, and you simply want to add this to your account. For the sake of this example, we're going to do this one, add a business number first. The first screen you see is going to be this one. It will identify your personal name, your personal insurance number, and then it's going to ask you for the 9-digit number of the business you're trying to add. You then have to choose how you are going to identify this business. Are you going to use a GST return or are you going to use a corporate return? If you use a GST return, they're going to ask you these questions: the return period end, the type, and a line number from there. If instead you use a corporate return, they're going to ask you for a line number and a value off your corporate tax return. You're going to choose the method that you think is the easiest. For most people, a GST return will be easiest, unless of course you don't have a GST number. For the purpose of this video, we are going to choose the GST number. Then you're going to put the following information in. You will choose the period end from the last GST return that you've done, the return type. You're going to choose a line number, the choice, and then you're going to put the value from that GST return into here. Then you're going to hit submit. Now, if all is well, it's going to tell you it's been successfully registered. If for some reason it does not like that, then you're going to get this error message here. Now let's go back to the initial screen where we had two choices, the business registration online or add a business number. This time we're going to do the business registration online. First, you're going to get a disclaimer, which of course you're going to read, go all the way to the bottom and hit the I agree button. Then it is going to ask you to confirm your identity. You will put in your information, your phone numbers, etc. Click the next button. Then you're going to decide which one applies to you. Do you already have a business number? Were you given a 9-digit number, or do you need a business number? Now, for most companies that incorporate in Canada, today, in this year, you are going to be getting a business number, which will be done by the registry's office at the time that you register. It is a 9-digit number. If you think that you need a business number and you don't have one yet, Before you start this process, I encourage you to go back to the paperwork you would have had from the registry's office, from incorporating or from your lawyer, and look for that 9-digit number. Chances are you're going to already have a business number. So I am going to cover this one. I already have a business number. Once you do that, they're going to ask you what type of company you are. So in most people's cases, you would be a corporation. However, if you are a sole proprietor and you have a GST number, you would choose business sole proprietorship. For this example, I'm just going to cover business corporation. Then you will put in the legal name. Now this looks the same for a sole proprietor as well. The legal name is your name because you're a sole proprietor. However, if you're a corporation, you're going to put in the legal name of your corporation. Spelling counts here. You want the computer to be able to recognize exactly what is on your registration form when you incorporated. Then you are going to put in your jurisdiction, meaning province, and your certificate number. Your certificate number can be found on your incorporation documents from whatever registry's lawyer province that you received it. You will see there is a corporate access number somewhere at the top. Now, this may not look exactly the same. In this particular case, this is the one that's issued by this province. This will be your corporate access number. Your business number will be here the day you incorporated. This is the one that you want, this certificate number. Go ahead and put that in. Now, if you scroll down, it's going to ask you for the owner's number. This is very important that the information here is exactly the same as it was on your registration or your incorporation documents. They're looking for the first name and the last name. So if you spell it incorrectly, if you have a hyphenated name, if you have a known as name, doesn't matter. It must be the same that's on the incorporation docs for this to work. You would put in that name, the social insurance number, and follow the prompts for the address, starting with the postal code. When you get through the address number, it will tell you that a business number has been found. It matches the information you provided, i.e. the name. Then it's going to ask you what type of account you want to register for. Do you want to register for payroll, GST, charities, information returns, etc.? You will choose the account you have to register for. Now, I will tell you that if you don't have one of these accounts or you don't know, that I would choose a payroll deductions account or a GST account. This will get you online. There is a weird quirk with CRA that you actually need this information. So if you're a brand new company and you want to avoid calling CRA, you can do this. This will get around it temporarily. Then once you get on, you would log in and you would close that account. Now, if all goes well, you're going to get this final page, which is going to tell you that the registration has been created. It's been successful. And then you should be able to log into CRA and you should be able to see it on your CRA account. I will tell you that at the time of this recording, which is June 2025, that there is a weird glitch where you say this is successful, but when you go back to your account, it actually is not there. It is a bug, I believe. They are making many changes to the Canada Revenue Agency site as we say this, and hopefully that will be resolved soon. If it is not, you can call the Canada Revenue Agency and ask why it is not appearing on your account.